You know exactly what you did with those years. Maybe it was addiction, maybe it was running from God, maybe it was a marriage that collapsed because of choices you made. Maybe it was simply going through the motions for decades, showing up, checking boxes, but never really living for anything that mattered or living below your potential and calling. And now you are standing on the other side of it, carrying one question. Can God actually do something with this? Or is it just too late? That question is not weakness. That question is honesty. And God has always done his best work with people honest enough to ask it. In the book of Joel, God's people had lost everything. Locusts had swept through Israel in waves of destruction. Joel 1:4 describes it layer by layer. What one swarm left the next swarm consumed, what that swarm left the next one took. Everything gone. And into that silence, God spoke one of the most astonishing sentences in all of Scripture. Joel 2:25. I will restore to you the years the locust has eaten. God does not rewind the clock. He does something more miraculous than that. The Hebrew word translated restore is shalom, the root of shalom. The idea carries the sense of paying back, restoring, and making whole, not giving back the hours, making you complete. Lost years can never be restored literally. Time once passed is gone forever. You cannot have the years back. But then, as Spurgeon said, there is a strange and wonderful way in which God can give back to you the wasted blessings, the unripened fruits of years over which you mourned. The fruits of wasted years may yet be yours. That is the heart of this entire video. God does not rewind the clock. He makes the remaining years produce more fruit than the lost years ever could have. So how does he actually do that? Not just spiritually, but practically. The first thing God does is show you what those years actually produced. Moses spent his first 40 years as a prince in Egypt, his next 40 as a shepherd in the wilderness of Midian. He was around 80 years old when God spoke to him from the burning bush. And those wilderness years that looked like total waste, they produced the humility that made him the meekest man on earth. They produced the knowledge of the terrain that allowed him to lead an entire nation through the desert. They produced the patience that an impossible calling required. The wilderness did not waste Moses. It made him. Your most painful years produced something too. What do you know now that you could not have known without them? What did the pain build in you that comfort never could have? The second thing God does is turn your specific damage into your specific ministry. 2 Corinthians 1:4 says, God comforts us in all our troubles so that we can comfort others with the same comfort we ourselves received. The Greek word is parakaleo. It means to come alongside. You cannot come alongside someone in a place you have never been. The person who wasted years on addiction can reach the addict nobody else can reach. The person who walked away from God and came back understands the Father's welcome in a way that the untested never will. The person who failed and was broken and rebuilt knows something about grace that cannot be learned any other way. Your wasted years are not a liability. They are your qualification. The question is not, what do I do with the years I wasted? The question is, who needs to hear what those years taught me? The third thing God does is give you the chance to finish differently than you started. Your character is not fixed. Your story is not finished. The last chapter has not been written. Oswald Sanders said it plainly, no past failure makes future victory less possible. The final years of Moses became the most significant years in the history of Israel. Not because he tried harder, but because he finally stopped trying to be the person he thought he should be and became the person God had been preparing him to be all along. That same invitation is open to you right now. Not to undo what was lost, but to write something with what remains that makes even the lost years matter. Ephesians 5:16 says, make the best use of the time. The Greek word is exagorazo, to buy back, to redeem. You cannot buy back the years that are gone, but you can redeem what remains. One honest conversation can restore a relationship that felt permanently broken. One season of faithful presence can give someone you love a foundation they will stand on for the rest of their life. One testimony spoken honestly can free someone carrying the same shame you carried alone. Joel 2:26 says, after the restoration you shall never be ashamed, not eventually. Not after enough time passes, never. That is what shalom looks like when God is finished. Complete, whole, nothing lacking, nothing to be ashamed of. Type this in the comments as a declaration today. Lord, I surrender these years to you. Make something beautiful with what remains. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe to Scripture Depth. See you in the next one.